know, I think it's time we started putting some stuff back. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm rebuilding a 1977 Mobile Traveler motorhome. This is all about the MT and me.
Okay, so you said you're going to start putting stuff back?
Yeah. Since we are close to getting the carburetor mounted, then that's got me pretty wound up about actually getting the engine wound up and getting it running. Well, to get it running, there's a whole lot I've taken off that's got to go back on there. I mean, if you look at the front, she has no belts, no fan, there's no radiator here, a lot of things that are pretty essential to the motor running.
You said something
properly.
About reconnecting wires too, right?
Yeah, there are, before we get a battery to, hang on. There we are, okay. Before we get a battery to work in here, I've got to get new battery cables because, well, there's one, and the other one is...
Don't you have like bundles of
somewhere
wires and stuff that you have to reconnect to?
Yes, right here, these wires have got to be reconnected. Got to figure out where that one goes, and got to figure out where that one went to. So, yeah, there's still a little bit of electrical work there to be done. But mostly, I think if I get this hooked up and get new battery cables, we ought to be able to at least get the engine running. And then it's kind of a point of, okay, what's not working, and we can figure out from there. So,
But you said something about measuring belts too.
measure the belts.
Do you do that on the front of the engine, or do you have the old ones?
Well, no, I have the belts because I cut them off so I can actually stretch them out and get a true length on them and find out what length they are and transpose that into what size I need. And I had looked up some replacement belts online, but looking for something like that for an engine this old, sometimes it's not clear. I found conflicting information, so I figure...
And it's not in the book?
Nope, it's not in the book. The size of the belt is not in the book.
But it will be when you get done, because you're
It will
going to
be,
write it in there,
I'll
right?
write it in there. I'll write it in there. So anyway, we're going to measure these and see. But I want to... Come on over here and let's get started. All right.
We need to get some yard sale stuff out today, too.
Okay.
Watch my footing as I come in here.
First of all, radiator, which is in good shape. I don't think we're going to have any problem here at all. Now I would just like to point out that anyone who's bought a radiator in recent years, you know, you probably get it and it feels kind of flimsy and lightweight because they use plastic end caps and top and bottom caps. Well, this radiator is from 1977. It is all metal. There's no plastic on this thing whatsoever. So it's nice and heavy duty and sturdy, and like I said, you can even see the copper color there on the top, not to mention the patina that's starting to form. So,
which is not a good thing.
Not a good thing, but we'll get that cleaned up. Radiator, I think we're good. I also have the AC coils. That's far on down the road. We'll get the engine running, then we'll worry about getting the air conditioner working again. So, but to get the engine moving, I got to get the radiator on. I've already said I'm going to buy new hoses. The old hoses are still attached to the engine. Price them out, I think, is about $12 for a top hose, and I think I found a bottom for $18. They're a little more expensive because they have a coil spring inside them to keep them from collapsing. So anyway, that's already on the shopping list. What else? Fan. This, of course, is a radiator overflow tank. It has no leaks. We can clean it up. The fan is, I got some rust on it, but here again, it's in good shape. The main...
Clean that up and get some paint on it. Take care of that, though.
Absolutely. The main part is these flaps are actually, they're a very thin metal, and they are all still in good condition. Even the guards that are on them are bent over where the metal's bent back over. Mm-hmm. And to keep it from being so sharp, it's in good shape. So I think, yes, a good cleaning You can tell if she's set up a long time. There's just all kinds of junk piled up on there.
Well, that'd be a good project for this week too.
So we're in good shape, and this is the fan pulley. Actually fits over it like that. So fits over the front of the engine, and the fan mounts on the front of it. So we'll get it cleaned up as well. Bolts are all still in good shape. This is the shroud. It is in good condition too. It's just heavy duty plastic, but there are no breaks in it, so no
Needs a
problem
good
there.
cleaning.
Needs a good clean. Everything needs a good cleaning. So, what else? We got the front bumper here, which doesn't have to go back on to get the engine running. And I'm not going to pull it down, but you can see we can do some refinishing. Brushing the rust off here as I do. Do a little refinishing on it and get it cleaned up nicely as well, and get the rest of the Idaho dirt out of it. Not Idaho, but Nebraska dirt out of it. Wrong
And
state.
if I remember correctly, the front grill there is busted.
The front grill is broken. You are correct.
Going to have to either replace it or repair it.
Yeah, it's got a break right here and right there. Looks like it took a sharp blow of some kind. So, anyway. And these are the fan belts. And although I didn't get anything to do it, I wanted to actually get a measurement on these now, so that I'll know exactly what the length is. So, ooh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. We got a plain label on that one, and on this one. Can I be so lucky? Look, 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 look. I got numbers. All right. Okay, so these are CarQuest belts. How about that?
Let me get over here where I can see your numbers.
That's the best label right there.
That's
So
it.
it's a CarQuest 7508
XL.
XL
11A1285.
11A1285. And this one's 7470 XL 11A1195. My short one is a 7365 XL 11A0925. All right, so we'll make a note of some numbers. I will look these suckers up and we will find our replacement belts.
Yay.
And if they are available locally, maybe I can go pick one or two of them up this week. Because I figure the belts are one of the first things that has to go back on, simply because they're on the very front of the engine. And things like the fan and the shroud and everything are going to go on in front of them. So that's all got to go back on before we even think about putting the radiator in. I have to remember the process of how I took this apart, which was 6, 7, 8 months ago. Something like that, a year ago. And we have to reverse that process. So I may have to go watch that video again just to be sure I don't miss something. But you know what? I can do that. So anyway. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to make a note of these belt numbers, and then we'll see what we can find. Cool. All right. All right. So, today we're going to take Pearl's fan and see if we can't get some of this rust off. I'm just going to use a drill with a wire brush attachment and see how much I can get off so that we can get a good finish on this fan, because I'd like to paint it or seal it in some way in order to protect that metal finish. But we got to get a good finish on it first. So let's get cleaning. still not rust free. Gonna have to go in probably with sandpaper or even a file and get some of this fine areas right around the brads, you know, little tight spaces. But it's a lot better than it was. Got some. Hey. Okay. All right. Yeah. Swing on by. I'm been out here filming, but I'll pack up stuff real quick, so I'll be ready. All right. See you in a minute. Bye bye.
Russ,
Yes.
I know they can't see me, so they don't know that I'm leaned up against Pearl looking at you like you are nuts.
You look at me that way a lot.
I do, because you make me wonder a lot, but we hopefully are going to do something about that soon.
Maybe so.
Yeah. So, what exactly are you doing?
Well,
I ask that question a lot, too.
well, I'm out here to try and get the rest of the rust off this fan. The other day, I was out here trying to work with it, and
That was the day I kept calling you, though, right?
right. Well, and I spent more time chasing it around the work surface because I didn't have the common sense to clamp it down like I should have. And I got most of the rust and the grime off, but not all of it. So I'm coming back here with sandpaper to try and finish it up. I would like to at least, this week has been so busy, and this way and that way, and I've got things at work that are keeping me away from working here. Then you had your trip, and I didn't get much done, and I'm trying to accomplish something, so.
Okay, but now the reason I'm looking at you like you're crazy is because it is, what, 5 o'clock on Friday? And you don't have a video uploaded for this week. As a matter of fact, I'm filming right now something that I expect I will go in there and add to what you have edited down already, because I'm really hoping you're going to close it out. We have to have time to get this video uploaded.
I know, but I've only got about 8 minutes right now, so it's not much.
Hey, man, you know, Trent and Allie, Tyler and Todd, Van White, they all skipped a week because of the heat and what have you.
Yeah, and they did. And of course, it's still hot here. And I tell you, next week is not looking promising either, because we are kicking off a major upgrade at our studios, and it's going to require me to do a lot of work at my day job all next week.
You've been doing a lot of work at your day job the last few weeks. That's why you haven't got much done here.
And it's about to get into high gear, so I'll be there even more. So maybe I can take the camera along and
give people a peek at what you do?
Sure. Well, they can watch me install new computer systems at least. So I don't know how interesting that'll be, but I can show you what's keeping me away from Pearl at least. So I'll give you something to look forward to next week. And who knows, maybe I'll get the rust off of this thing too. Plus, I do still have to get some Rust-Oleum to coat this with before I can do anything anyway. So. And I still need to check locally for those fan belts. I haven't done that yet. I found them online, pretty good price, but I don't know if I can get them locally or not. So there's a few things I can report on. But I guess you're right. For today, we need to kind of put a wrap on things here, don't we?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, you guys know the drill. If you haven't subscribed, please do so already. There's a link below where you can buy a coffee and help with the Pearl Restoration Project. And I promise you, we will be doing more work on Pearl. I guarantee it. You can help buy a fan belt or something, okay? Give us a thumbs up, like and share this video, and join us again next Sunday. It may not be about Pearl, but we'll be here talking to you again on the MT and Me. So, gee, did I leave anything out?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, until next time around, I'm Russ holding the fan. That's Ree holding the camera. And we'll talk later.
Now, would you like for me to show you how to finish getting that off with the drill so you don't have to do it by hand?
Sure.
Cool.
All right.